Hello, kind friends. My name is Lady Susan. I am a librarian with the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library System. I am here today in this fancy dress and speaking in this very silly accent to tell you about our summer reading program, which is called Imagine Your Story. It is all about fairy tales and fantasy and using your imagination. So today I'm going to be reading you a tale and encouraging you to use your imagination as well. Please sit down and enjoy a story with me. Today I am here to tell you the story of The Princess and the Pea, written by Hans Christian Andersen and adapted by me. Once upon a time there was a prince who wanted to marry a princess, but she would have to be a real one. He travelled around the world looking for her, but every time he met a princess, there was always something amiss. There were plenty of princesses, but not one of them was quite to his taste. Something was always the matter. They just weren't real princesses. So he returned home very sad and sorry, for he had his heart set on marrying a real princess. One evening a storm broke over the kingdom. The lightning flashed, the thunder roared, the rain came down in bucketfuls. In the midst of this horrible storm, somebody knocked on the city gate, and the king himself went down to open it. On the other side of the gate stood a princess. But goodness, how wet she was! Water ran down her hair and her clothes in streams. It flowed in through the heels of her shoes and out through the toes. But she said that she was a real princess. "We'll find that out quickly enough," thought the old queen, but she didn't say a word out loud. She hurried to the guest room and took all the bedclothes off the bed. Then on the bare mattress she put a pea. On top of the pea she put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 mattresses and eider-down quilts. They even had to build a new ladder because there was not one tall enough within the castle to reach the top. The princess, wearing a lovely pair of purple pajamas lent to her by the queen, took one look at the pile of quilts and mattresses and shrugged. Being royalty herself, she knew kings and queens and princes could be rather eccentric. She simply gathered up her skirts and began to climb to the top of the bed and made herself ready to sleep. Now that poor princess, she tossed and turned and turned and tossed, but no matter what, she could not find a comfortable position. And do you know why? That's correct, it was the pea. And what's more, there have been many studies done by scientists and mathematicians and engineers, and it has been determined and proven as scientific fact that the pea did not get smushed. If you don't believe me, look it up. In the morning, when someone asked her how she had slept, she replied, "Oh, just wretchedly. I didn't close my eyes once the whole night through. Who knows what was in that bed, but it was something hard, and I am bruised all over." Now they knew that she was a real princess, since she had felt the pea that was lying on the bed through 15 mattresses and eider-down quilts. Only a real princess could be so sensitive. The prince married her. The pea was exhibited in the Royal Museum, and you can go there and see it. if it hasn't been eaten. Now that was a real story. The end. Wasn't that a delightful story? But I must say that when it says that the prince marries the princess, it wasn't that simple. First, the princess finished her education, and then decided to run her own kingdom for a few years. And then eventually, she decided that she was ready to form a union with the prince based on mutual love and respect for each other. Because every smart girl knows, and our princess was a very smart girl, that you don't base a relationship off of one bad night of sleep. But that is a story for another time. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoyed and that you have a lovely summer and visit your local library and imagine your story along with us. Good day.